Elsewhere, South Africa's Telkom and ICASA are at loggerheads again following their long-winding dispute in South Africa. Tension continues after the regulator, ICASA, announced its plan to take on operator Telkom and its objections to the end of the temporary spectrum scheme.
Telkom hopes to stop the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa from withdrawing temporary radio frequency spectrum given out at the start of the COVID-19 outbreak. Telkom has filed papers at the High Court to set aside ICASA's decision because it could have impact on its network performance and also on its customers. The temporary spectrum has turned out to be very popular with operators at a time when much of the population has been forced to stay and often work at home. As a consequence, customers have used a lot more data, for which the extra spectrum provided very helpful, allowing mobile operators to deliver faster connectivity to customers. Meanwhile, Occidental Petroleum Corp agreed to sell its interest in 2 Ghana offshore fields for $750 million to Cosmos Energy and Ghana National Petroleum Corp. The oil and gas producer looks to cut the debt it took on with its purchase of Anadarko Petroleum. The deal includes Occidental interests in both the Jubilee and 10 fields, which together had net production of 22,000 barrels of oil, equivalent per day for the second quarter of 2021. Finally, Egypt's LNG exports are expected to rise in October. Egypt's natural gas company issued a sell tender on a free on-board basis, loading in the country's Damietta plant on industry source in Singapore and a trading source in Europe. Egypt has exported 4.3 million tons of LNG in the first 9 months of this year, up from 0.45 metric tons a year earlier, due to rising domestic gas availability and an improvement in the pricing environment. Egypt has increasingly been able to meet domestic gas demand and allocate surplus production for export.